Hey everybody, so if you're watching this video, you're wondering Fanduel versus DraftKings, which one's better? I'm gonna do my best to answer that question in this video. It's tough because they're both very comparable. So I'm gonna go over what my personal opinion is, some differences and what you're allowed to do with DraftKings versus Fanduel, sign up bonus differences and so on. And also I'm including links down below you can use to sign up and get their best sign up bonus. I do have access to exclusive links that allow you to get the best sign up bonus they have at any given time. Now, I will say at the start, I do think Fanduel sign up bonus is much more generous and better than DraftKings, but they're both pretty good. And again, if you want to sign up for them, the links are down below. Now, let me first get into what I think the biggest difference between DraftKings and Fanduel is. And that difference is this. DraftKings allows you a lot more flexibility in just how you can actually play out your fantasy football bets. Let me explain what I mean. So DraftKings has this thing called the yardage bonuses, right? So if your QB passes for 300 yards, or if your wide receiver or running back gets 100 yards in any given game, you get those extra 3 points. DraftKings also offers you flex positions with running backs and other positions. Fanduel has no such thing. This is another big one too. DraftKings lets you sub out players right before game time. Fanduel has this thing called, I think it's called like player lock or game lock or something like that, where basically disables you from subbing out players at all, which is a real bummer for a lot of different reasons. And it's actually, I've actually heard that it's a make or break reason for a lot of people, which is why they don't do Fanduel and they mostly stick to DraftKings. Now I'll go quickly through a couple of ways that I think Fanduel and DraftKings are absolutely equal. Then I'll tell you which platform I've actually made the most money on, and then I'll give you my overall opinion. Okay, so the ways that both of these platforms are actually absolutely equal is popularity, trustworthiness, phenomenal user interface. In other words, they have great apps. They have great payment method options, withdrawal method options, and withdrawal times. However, I have won like 10 times more money with Fanduel than with DraftKings. And it has nothing to do with player pool because they both have massive player pools, right? They're the biggest fantasy platforms out there. Yet, every friend that I have who does any fantasy football betting or anything wins more money with DraftKings, but they don't bet as much as I do. I bet in the thousands on a monthly basis. They're more like a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. So take that however you want. Ultimately, I do think Fanduel takes the cake. DraftKings has been around for a while, so a lot of people, if you watch other YouTube videos or other comparisons, a lot of people will just hands down say DraftKings. I ultimately have to say only incrementally because of the way that I personally bet in my personal experience, my favor tips towards Fanduel. Anyway, I made this video pretty short. I didn't go into too much detail. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Just pop them in the comment section. And again, those promotional links are down below if you want to sign up for either one of these platforms, and good luck on your bets, friends.